Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, distinguished expert panelists, respected participants, for depending on whichever part of the world you are. I am TP Subramani, Director, South Asia Regional Office of INBAR, and with me are Ms. Jinwai, Mr. Anand, Shingwe, Michael Kwaku. Thanks very much for the support. On behalf of INBAR, I have the pleasure to welcome you all to this session 2 on bamboo for smallholder income and food security under the INBAR webinar theme 2 bamboo for poverty reduction and livelihood development. Bamboo is a food source for humans as shoots, feed and fodder for livestock. Bamboo shoots are one of the most important traded commodities, and a nutrition-rich food and also associated with food cuisines and culture across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. There is a greater necessity to create awareness among the people about their use as food, juice, wine, and so on. And importantly, about the nutritional health benefits so that they are widely accepted. Bamboos occupy a very significant position in everyday life due to their enormous utility as food. Agro-pastoral based rural economies need quality feed and fodder to mitigate shortages. This session will showcase the innovative development of bamboo shoot industry value chain, its products and benefits in China, smallholder bamboo juice wine collection systems and its benefits in Tanzania, and the empirical evidence on the suitability of bamboo as a green feed and fodder for livestock in Ghana. Today we have with us three eminent panelists and presenters, Professor Wu Liangru from China, Dr. Michael Hall from Tanzania, and Professor Emmanuel Osafo from Ghana. So before we start the session, just a note to the participants, please post your questions and comments on the dedicated space. We will try our best to respond to as much questions as possible, but due to time constraints, if we are not able to answer, please send your questions using the feedback link that will be provided to you. So now we start today's session with a presentation by Professor Wu Liangru. To introduce Professor Wu Liangru very briefly, Professor Liangru is Principal Research Professor, China National Bamboo Research Center, and the Chief of Research and Development Department. After 20 years having studied on bamboo germplasm resources and cultivation, he has successfully engaged in the research on bamboo resource green utilization since 2007, especially on bamboo shoots utilization and a traditional and potential future food. Professor Liangru has also worked at Subtropical Forest Research Institute of China Academy of Forestry and mainly researched on bamboo germplasm resources and cultivation. He has more than 30 years of experience in forest management, research and development, and is recognized for his work in bamboo green utilization. Now over to you, Professor Wu Liangru, for your presentation.
Hello, bamboo lovers from all over the world. Thanks to INBAR and the moderate Moni for giving me this opportunity to introduce our Sun research work on bamboo shoots. The title of my speech today is Innovative Development of Bamboo Shoots Industry, Chinese Model. I will introduce you in 6 parts. The first part is the history of cultivating and eating bamboo shoots. Bamboo shoots has been a popular food material in China for a long time. It is an important component of Chinese cooking culture. According to credible literature, the history of bamboo shoots cultivation and cooking can date back over 3,000 years in China. The delicacy of bamboo shoots has been widely recognized in the old time. There are many poets, lyrics, essays, books about bamboo shoots. This is my favorite bamboo shoot poem, Eaten Bamboo Shoots by Bai Juyi. Another is on bed bamboo shoots. This is an academic monograph on bamboo shoots named Bamboo Shoots Spectrum, completed in early 10th century AD by Xi Zanying, lists 92 species of bamboo shoots, of which 39 are edible. It is the first book specific for bamboo shoots both in China and in the world. It consists of 5 chapters named Origin, Cooking and Eating, Cultivation, and Culture. The second part is major edible bamboo shoot species in China. China is the kingdom of bamboo, which has 40 genera and over 500 species. After properly processed and cooked, bamboo shoots of all 500 species are edible. However, people are used to eating only 30 to 50 kinds of bamboo shoots. The least bamboo shoots are not utilized due to their taste or other facts. This is the most important bamboo species in China, Moso bamboo. There are 2 kinds of Moso bamboo shoots. The above picture is spring shoots, and the bottom picture is winter shoots. Winter shoots has another name called golden eggers by local farmers. Why? Because winter shoots with yellow color can feature a higher sale price. These are some of the best bamboo shoots in China. The bottom pictures are giant dragon bamboo, the biggest bamboo species in the world, of course, with the biggest shoots in the world. Next, I would like to introduce briefly of Chinese modern bamboo shoot processing and utilization. Based on the processing methods and the products, the development of modern bamboo shoots processing sector can be divided into 3 stages. First, traditional utilization stage, before 1980, features fresh shoots, dried shoots, saw shoots, small scale, family workshop. Second is preliminary processing stage, focusing on canned bamboo shoots. In 1980s, processing techniques for canned bamboo shoots were introduced from Japan, which greatly promoted the development of bamboo shoot processing sector in China, feature fresh shoots, dried shoots, saw shoots, canned shoots, and related products, medium to large-scale company. This is the production process of canned bamboo shoots. This four picture shows the processing of canned bamboo shoots. After the shoot harvest and the canned shoots processing season, the factory can use canned shoots to process instant shoots products in the lifetime of a year. The third stage is intensive processing stage, converting bamboo shoots to foods. From 2008, why did this stage start from 2008? The Chinese government set up the Bureau National Scientific Support Project in that year to support the development of bamboo shoots processing industry. Main products in this stage are functional shoots-based food and beverage. The related companies become more and more larger. Is the fourth part, challenges, opportunities of bamboo shoot processing sector. First is supply seriously exceeds demands for fresh bamboo shoots. According to current bamboo forestry cultivation and management capacity in China, it's estimated the annual production of fresh shoots is 16 to 20 million tons. However, merely 8 to 12 million tons are harvested, only account for half of annual production capacity. The second challenge is the price of major bamboo shoots remains low. For example, the average sale price of moso bamboo spring shoots in recent years is 1 to 1.2 renminbi yuan per kilogram, even lower than the price of early 1980s. 30 years ago, 1.4 to 1.8 renminbi yuan per kilogram. The third challenge is bamboo shoots processing sector serious lags behind. We know bamboo forests have two main products, bamboo shoots and timber. The types of bamboo shoot products are limited with low added value. The annual production value of bamboo shoots sector is around 20 billion renminbi yuan, less than 1/10 of bamboo timber processing sector. The fourth challenge is that nutritional and medicinal value of bamboo shoots remains unclear and the research foundation is weak. The fifth part is future trends in food R&D and natural characteristics of bamboo shoots. First, R&D on vegetarian foods has become a bellwether for global future food. Vegetarian foods not only provide nutrition but also improve the body functions. The global market of vegetarian foods enjoys rapid growth in recent years and will become dominant in food market in the future. Beyond Meat is the largest artificial meat producer in the world. Its products are available in all American supermarkets today. Besides retail sales, the company also supplies plant-based artificial meat for fast food chains like McDonald's and Subway. Second, it's inevitable for large health development that bamboo shoots become popular greenhouse food material. Bamboo shoots have unique, superior nutritional and medicinal endowment, rich in protein and dietary fiber with low fat, is a natural green food, can be called the plant counterpart of low-fat milk. On the one hand, more and more people suffer from obesity in the world. According to the latest data from the Lancet, the number of obese people in China has reached 90 million, of whom 12 million are severely obese. China has surpassed USA with the most overweighted people in the world. On the other hand, of 800 million residents in Europe, 40 million are vegetarian. The above two aspects will lead to the rapid growth of the demand for higher quality plant food, such as bamboo shoot. The last part, R&D on bamboo shoot-based food products. First, fundamental research on nutritional and medicinal value of bamboo shoots. To conduct research on substances and mechanisms of major edible bamboo shoots on health, to unveil the nutritional and medicinal values of bamboo shoots. Our objectives to elucidate the positive and negative impacts of chemicals in bamboo shoots on human and animals' health, and to provide scientific endorsement for creating and promoting bamboo shoot-based food products. Recent studies indicate that proteins in bamboo shoots have anti-tumor and anti-inflammation functions. Dietary fibers can fight obesity and enhance insulin sensitivity. Polysaccharides in bamboo shoots can improve immunity and have anti-aging function. Those pictures show some activities with other teams. With mass teams, we cooperated to develop pet food with bamboo protein. Some research results on bamboo shoots in articles. Second, R&D on bamboo shoots-based food products. Objectives: food production, functionalized and internationalized. The whole bamboo shoots have three parts: tender top, we can enjoy it, rigid bottom, and shell. First, how to utilize the whole bamboo shoots. Second, how to utilize chemical components of bamboo shoots functionally. Based on the above, we use bamboo shoot and its functional component, powder, extractor, as raw material or additives to develop bamboo shoot-based staple food, snacks, beverage, seasonings, and other functional products. To convert bamboo shoots from small vegetable to bigger food products, explore their application areas, and significantly increase the demands of fresh bamboo shoots as raw materials with a higher sale price. This can help bamboo farmers and smallholders to increase their income and become rich. This is a quick freezing production line. Production line of bamboo shoot powder. A production line of bamboo shoot juice. Purified extract of bamboo shoot protein. Some dietary fiber products. Production of crisp bamboo shoot cookies. Other kinds of cookies. Studies on bread with addition of bamboo shoots dietary fibers. Nowadays, more and more institutions in the world pay attention to and engage in the research and development of functional food and drinks based on bamboo shoots. In the end, I'd like to introduce our vision. With our joint efforts, how to make these small bamboo shoots grow into a big food tree. Let Chinese traditional treasure become future food of the world. Make top one vegetable in China become top one choice of vegetarians in the world. In this way, let more and more people know bamboo shoots, love bamboo shoots, eat bamboo shoots to make human healthy. Thank you for coming to my lecture. Welcome to visit our center, bamboo forestry, bamboo factories, and enjoy eating bamboo shoots in China. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Professor Liangru, for a very informative presentation. You touched upon the long history in China of consuming bamboo shoots and cultivating, and about the major edible bamboo shoots in China. It is interesting to see that about 30 to 50 kinds of bamboo shoots are being used out of 500 species. And one term was interesting, like you said, winter shoots is called the golden eggs. and the shoot processing and utilization in modern China are divided into 3 stages, like traditional utilization, preliminary processing stage, and intense processing stage, and so on. And also you covered on the main product and beverages and the challenges and opportunities where supply exceeds demand for fresh bamboo shoots, and price, of course, is a major challenge. because it is remained low, and bamboo shoots production value is around 20 billion in 20 billion yuan in China. And also for very nicely explaining about the nutritional and medical values of bamboo shoots. And it also is a big cure for obesity, which is very common these days globally. And also he said that fundamental research on nutrition and medicinal values, the anti-inflammation property of bamboo shoots, and the research and development that is going on bamboo shoots, food processing products, and also that very useful technical flowchart that you shared, which participants will be able to access after the presentation from the INBAR website. And finally, you shared the vision about the sector, bamboo shoot sector. So I would thank you very much, Professor Bu Lianguru, for a very informative and knowledge sharing presentation. Thanks a lot. Now, I think I would invite Professor Emmanuel Osafo Latte. Professor Emmanuel Osafo is Professor of Ruminant Nutrition and Production, Head of Department of Animal Science, Vice Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, Ghana. He has over 30 years of experience teaching and researching in animal agriculture in Ghana and other countries in Africa. Professor Osafo's research covers works done in Ethiopia, Nigeria, Tanzania, and Ghana, and he has authored or co-authored over 80 journal and conference articles and 20 other publications. He has successfully supervised over 100 undergraduate dissertation, 7 masters, and 3 PhD theses. Welcome, Professor Emmanuel. The stage is yours.
Yeah, so it's okay to go. Okay. So. All right, so sorry for the interruption, all of you. Yes, our topic is to look at bamboo feed in Ghana as feed and fodder research. What has been done. And I said, as before I left off, was that the seasonality in the quality and quantity of feeds that are available for feeding animals, and that in the wet season there's plenty feed which is of good quality, but in the dry season this also reduces, and that it causes conflict between farmers and crop farmers and livestock owners, to the extent that it gives a big problem. So we need to find alternate sources that can help us bridge this gap. And luckily, bamboo is one source that is available. And so we need to see how we can exploit this gap. Next slide, please. So INBAR, and we are using the approach which is no different from that proposed by the FAO, which is shown in the slide below. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Hello? Next slide. Yeah, good. So basically, we all know this one already, where there's extension research and farmers interface, and finally, ultimately ends in the farmer being contented, as this man is in the picture. The next slide, please. Yes, so INBAR has been promoting bamboo-based intercropping systems as a viable option to produce biomass of bamboo for food security, as we have already seen in the earlier presentation. So this is being done in some selected areas in Ghana. However, before you go on, we need to see how we can conduct some studies to assess these interventions and how it will be adopted by farmers to make an impact into the farming systems, and then also on livestock production and the productivity of the farming system. Next slide, please. Next, please. Yeah. Hello, next slide. Yeah, so INBAR sponsored some survey to ascertain farmers' perception about bamboo as a feed resource. Furthermore, it also sought to find out what are some of the determinants of fodder choices and preferences by farmers for their animals. Next slide, please. Next slide. Hello? Yes. So, the survey showed that the determinants of fodder choices, educational level of the respondents was important in determining the choice of fodder to use for the animals, but it didn't relate to the quality of the fodder. The second determinant was that the choice of which fodder to use was dependent on the type of livestock production system, whether it was a semi-intensive system, an intensive system, or extensive, or what we call the free range. And lastly, what the survey showed us was that sheep and goat farmers in the area that we looked at had very little knowledge about the use of bamboo as feed or fodder resource. So this needs to be exploited. Next, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, so these are examples of some bamboo that were brought in by INBAR Ghana, Oxylantera abyssinica, and Bambusa Balcoa in the central district of Ghana. This area, next please. This area is a semi-intensive area, transition is in the transitional zone, and the farmers are mainly crop farmers, but they have livestock as a secondary enterprise. So the use of bamboo will be very good, and we need to know the chemical composition of the bamboos so as to be able to see how to utilize this in the dry season. Next, please. Good. So INBAR sponsored an MPhil student to look at the nutritional value of these two, the feed value of these two bamboos. Next, please. And they used, next, please. Yeah. So he initially did what was done locally was to use an in vitro method to assess the gas production of the bamboos and other feed resources like grass, two grasses. And then the next one was to try this on animal sheep feeding. So this was used in a 2x2 factorial design in which the basal diet was grass, Penicetum, Boguerum, and Bracharia decumbens. And then the bamboos were used as supplements, Abyssinica and Balcoa, and fed at 3% of body weight in a ratio of 1:1. Next, please. Next, please. The results, go to the next, please, showed that the bamboo Abyssinica had a higher level of protein than Balcoa, but the ash contents of Balcoa was higher than that of Abyssinica, and that all of them were quite fibrous feeds. Next, please. Next. Yeah, so the results of the in vitro study, as we can see on the board, shows the initial fermentable fractions, and the rate of constant fermentation of the feeds. The letters in the blue shows how high these rate constants were for Abyssinica and Balcoa, which was quite equivalent also to that of the numbers that the grass. However, Penicetum degraded the least. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, we've talked about this. So the next one. Next slide, please. Yes, the same in vitro gas production is presented, as you can see in the figure above. Of interest to us is the Abyssinica, which is about the second degraded one. It gave the highest degradation or the highest gas production, and the Barcoa also followed. Next slide, please. Yeah, next one. This table shows the interactions between the treatments of basal diet and the supplements. We can see that if we take for the sheep average daily gain, or ADG, we see that for sheep that were supplemented with the Abyssinica had the highest growth rates, as you can see, 74, 71, and 65 compared to 50, 52 and 58 of the other treatments. So there was a significant improvement in the growth rates when supplemented with the Abyssinica. Then the daily intake also was high for the Abyssinica group compared to the other groups. Next, please. Next. Yes, we have talked about this already, so if you can go to the next slide. Yes, we also did some small work on the hematological parameters, and we looked at the blood and chemistry. We see that hemoglobin, of whether bamboo supplementation influenced hemoglobin. And what we could see is that the sheep fed the Barcoa recorded the highest hemoglobin level of 20.4 grams per liter, and the Abyssinica recorded less. And we can explain this by saying that, see, when you looked at the chemical composition, the ash content of the Barcoa was higher than that of Abyssinica. So probably this would be, but we need to further go on to look at what the mineral contents of the ash is. Also, we looked at the other hematological parameters, but there was no significant difference when bamboo was offered as supplements. The next slide, please. So the conclusions we came up to were that, one, that the educational level of the farmer determined the choice of fodder to use for his livestock. Again, the choice of fodder was dependent on the type of livestock that was raised. Small ruminant farmers had very little knowledge about the use of bamboo as fodder. And the leaves, finally, the leaves of the two introduced bamboos had potential in feeding small ruminants. The next slide, please. Two more, yeah. So on what has been done so far, we recommended some activities that would be that there should be clear training objectives to be drawn to train both crop and livestock farmers on the potential of bamboo leaves in feeding ruminants animals. And here we could even look at other animals as well, other ruminants as well. And there will be the need for a serious publicity drive by INBAR in its operational areas in Ghana, educating farmers on the use of bamboo leaves as fodder. Then field schools, farmer field schools will be conducted to demonstrate to farmers the benefits of bamboo and its leaves on improving performance and livelihoods of farmers. Next slide, please. Yeah, we also recommend that we test these feeds, as I've already indicated, on other ruminants, because we know that elsewhere in Africa, bamboos are fed to cattle, dairy cattle, and they yield very good milk. The last but not the least recommendation that we make is that we see how best we can package these diets so that it can bring about easy delivery in the use of these feedstock, for example, by pelleting or even baling or etc. Next slide, please. Yes, I'm done. This is bamboo that is harvested for feeding small ruminants. So ultimately, if we'll be able to get farmers to adopt this system, then we are fine. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation, and we expect any questions that will come.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Emmanuel Osafo. And you touched upon some important and key issues, and your presentation, to summarize, touched upon the structure and agriculture research in Ghana and the determinants of bamboo and fodder choices, what needs to be done by the farmers, and also very nice to see the results of INBAR contracted research on bamboo utilization for small ruminants, and also about the development of technologies for feeding and packaging bamboo leaves. And your concluding comments on the educational level of farmers to be determined. Determine the choice of fodder and livestock, and leaves of two introduced bamboos has potential in feeding small ruminants. And it was and also about you spoke about the choice of type of fodder used for feeding depending on the type of livestock raised. So that was very informative presentation, Professor Osafo. Thank you very much for the informative presentation. And now I would move on to the next panelist, Dr. Michael John Hall. Dr. Michael John Hall is currently senior lecturer at the Institute of Accountancy, Arusha of the University of Dar es Salaam. He has long experience in teaching, research and consulting, and Dr. Hall has conducted extensive studies on the utilization of bamboo for winemaking by the local communities in Tanzania. Dr. Hall is a PhD in population development and environment from the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa since 2010. He has a total of 15 publications to his credit in the field of rural development, urbanization and business management, climate change and population dynamics. Now over to you, Dr. Michael Hall. Now I will read out the question. There is one question. The person asking the question has not mentioned his name. Do you know or have any bamboo feed study that compare fresh and dry feed nutrition content? I think this should be for Professor Emmanuel. I will repeat the question. Mm-hmm. Do you know or have any bamboo feed study that compare fresh and dry fed nutrition content?
Well, as I indicated, in Ghana here, focus on Ghana, and there's not much comparison that has been made yet. Okay. But I believe if I look outside Ghana, there could be. Yes. But you see, ruminants, what you do is when you're feeding them, you take into account the water contents of the feed. So if it is, say, 30% dry matter, when you are feeding, you take that into consideration of the content of the grass. So it evens out in that respect.
Okay. Thank you.
Is it okay? Yeah.
I will move to the next question. So a participant has asked
any questions?
Yeah, I'm coming there. How many clumps of Dendrocalamus hamiltoni can be planted in 1 hectare land of shoot production?
I think that's a question for Professor Wu.
Yes.
Yes.
Clumps of dendrocolum be planted in 1 hectare land for shoot production.
吴老师他就是说1公顷能种多少个那个田龙竹，能种多少株或者是多少丛吧？田龙竹1公顷大概是15亩的样子。
15亩乘一般来说是1亩的话30株，15亩的话再乘30株的话
，450丛。
是450丛，450丛上下吧。
So Professor Wu is saying that it should be about 450 clumps, 450 clumps of dendrocalamus.
In 1 hectare.
In
right?
1 hectare. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the density of shoot plantation. Yeah.
Right. So now the next question is, bamboo needs a lot of water. So how can it be used in the dry season?
What we're talking about.
Bamboo needs a lot of water. So how can it be used in the dry season?
这个问题就是竹子也需要很多的水分，竹子需要很多水分。那么在这个旱季的时候应该怎么办？旱季的时候，
这块的话，就是说像我们这边的话也有一些时间，就是说夏天的时候比较热，但是呢，竹子确实需要水，我们就用那个滴灌或者喷灌，就是说旱季的时候那就要浇水了。
对，他说旱季的时候，那个竹子没水的时候是可以砍下来用吗？还是也可以收损？这个季节？可能不能收。就是的，他应该是 I think the participants is in Africa, right? The participants is in a tropical area, right?
It's coming very slow.
Yeah, Professor is saying that make sure the bamboo shoot to grow better, we should apply some irrigation system for in the dry season for the shoot to grow better. I think the audience is from Africa. So in the dry season, I heard in Africa there is a lowland bamboo which could be very dry and turned into red, turned into yellow color. Yeah, it looks like it's withered.
Okay. Now the next question is, can we get the list of bamboo species where the shoots are not edible and supported by research? That is whichever bamboo species is not edible and which is supported by research.
还是吴老师吧，我觉得就是我们有没有一个那个就是不能吃的竹子的一个列表。然后还有一个人问，就是说，我觉得这个可以2个问题一块问。还有一个人问，就是说那个就是那个刺竹啊，您知道哈，就是在非洲和印度都非常多的这种竹子，刺竹里面的氰化物，多不多？它们能不能用于笋用？
那这块的话，首先我回答那个氰化物这事情，本身氰化物里面含量是本身就不是很多，但是这个竹种我们确实目前为止还没有做过这方面的研究，可以他们自己先测一下。同时呢，这个氰化物在我们笋吃的时候，假如说煮一下，它加热了之后，它这个氰化物就会分解掉。所以应该是，我觉得就是从氰化物这个角度，我们以前做的一些实验来看的话，对身体影响的话不会 应该是经过一定的处理就没关系了。
然后那个我们有没有一个不能吃的竹子的一个列表？
没有，目前为止没有，这个可能是需要进一步做那个我们做的研究。现在这些就是说30到50种大家喜欢吃的，就是长期各地的，就是说那个就是说人的话，就是慢慢形成的一种饮食习惯，那个就是那个形成的长期选择的一个结果。
We can hear him now. We can hear. I think I heard Dr. Michael. Okay. Okay. Professor Wu's answer is so I asked 2 questions. Another question which is very related with this question is that is there cyanide in the bamboo shoot? And I think the audience especially asked about Bambusa vulgaris, if there's cyanide in Bambusa vulgaris. So these 2 questions are connected. So Professor answered the first question is that we presently don't have a list of the non-edible bamboo shoot. So this needs further research. But presently, we know that about 30 to 50 species of bamboo can be edible, and this is depending on the long-term culture of people. They try different species, and then it become a food habit,
yes.
Become a kind of cuisine included into their cuisine. And so we have this 30 to 50 species of list, so we can share with people the edible bamboo species.
From the East Constituency, Arusha, Tanzania. The presentation will cover topics on the introduction, bamboo wine farming systems, crop. It will also focus on how bamboo wine is being collected, the supply chain, market, and the income, benefits which accrue from bamboo wine for people of the area, new developments in bamboo wine processing in Tanzania, conclusions and recommendations. As we might be aware, bamboo wine is grown in the broad range of areas, and the species which are of different types. We've heard the previous presentation that there are a number of species which are grown, but the most important species for the production of bamboo wine is the Oxtenacera brownii, which is grown in southern Tanzania. Therefore, here in Tanzania, bamboo wine is available or being produced only in southern Tanzania, regions which are known as Mbeya, Iringa, Ruvuma. So there are other uses of bamboo, as we have heard. I wouldn't like to repeat talking about them, but rather mentioning that the bamboo plant is vegetative, a vegetative plant, meaning that at every onset of rainy season, it produces new plants and shoots which grow into canes. So those newly grown canes are the ones which are used for bamboo wine tapping, as we shall see. Therefore, bamboo wine as a drink is being consumed in vast parts of southern Tanzania. And nowadays, after industrial processing of bamboo wine, canning particularly, or bottling, bamboo wine is also transported to other regions of Tanzania. So I've not heard anything about export of bamboo wine. So it's like a local drink. So as you can see, the picture which is on the slide, that is how bamboo wine is being tapped. We shall talk about it in a later stage of our presentation. But what we can see here is the traditional method of bamboo wine tapping, which has been maintained for ages. So there has been no improvement up to the moment we are talking about it. Let us talk about bamboo farming systems. this is a crop, I may say a crop which is produced in low and high areas of southern Tanzania. The bamboo plant is evergreen, and the species which I mentioned, Oxtenanthera brownii, is the one which is responsible for bamboo wine production. And moreover, the bamboo wine cannot be produced or cannot be tapped without the production of suckers, which develop into canes, and finally canes are the ones which are utilized for bamboo wine tapping or bamboo wine collecting. Let us look at how bamboo wine itself is being grown, that means planted. The farmers are normally growing bamboo wine in the farms which are closer to their households or homesteads, and they are normally cutting a piece of a stem of bamboo plant, a piece of it, then they stuck it on the ground, on the soil, with buds pointing to the upper side. Therefore, as a new bamboo clump is to be developed, at least 4 pieces of bamboo plant stems are to be put together to form the future bamboo clump. So after a year, then those stems which are stuck on the soil for germination might have grown to the level whereby other smaller suckers might also grow within the same clump. Therefore, with time, the size of the clump continues growing almost every year, because as rain falls, a lot of water falls there and makes it possible for the fast growth of the bamboo canes. So bamboo wine is normally harvested or sourced after the canes have grown to the level of, say, 1 meter and above. When they overgrow, they cannot be productive of bamboo wine, because they might have overgrown and they might be hard, therefore not able to produce bamboo wine. So those, at the time when bamboo suckers have grown to the level of being a cane, meaning 1.5 meters, it's when they are ready for bamboo wine tapping. As we can see on the photo, the bamboo clump, this is one bamboo clump grown very close to the homestead, as you can see. And you can see that the bamboo clump which we see is already being harnessed for production of bamboo wine. As you can see, the containers stuck on at the top of the canes which have been slice cut. So now let us focus on how bamboo wine is collected. Of course, the traditional method is being used, as we have seen on the other previous photos, but the tapping of bamboo wine goes with coinciding with the rainy season, December to May in the lower areas, and May to November in highland areas. Therefore, there is 2 production production systems in the highland and in the lower sections, but both occur during the rainy season. Why? This is because the soil by then, or by that time, has maximum water quantity, therefore bamboo wine is produced. The traditional methods of tapping bamboo wine includes the use of bamboo internode cylinder. This is bamboo has got nodes. So one node in one of the section of bamboo, the farmers cut it just below the node that is forming the base of the bamboo collection, and then the upper side is cut in the sharper way to both sides, as we might be seeing in the following slide. Then the internode section of bamboo plant forms the cylinder for collecting bamboo wine. So it's like bamboo section of it collecting used for collecting bamboo wine. Then another important item for collection of bamboo wine is a sharp knife. A sharp knife is used for cutting the bamboo cane, then placing the internode cylinder container, which is normally known as mbeta traditionally, then holding it with a certain kind of a rope so that the bamboo juice drips into the container. So as I might have explained, you might have noted that this is a traditional and old-fashioned method of collection, and it has been maintained so for generations up to this moment. I'm presenting this paper. So that slice cutting is to be done by a sharp knife, otherwise bamboo wine, or that means the juice won't be dripping out of it. So there is like sharpening of a knife, and then you just cut it once, then it's when the juice might come out. Otherwise it won't. So there is a certain kind of experience which is needed for this particular type of job. But the tapping method is not as efficient, although when the respondents were asked in the field, they mentioned that it was efficient, but they complained about leakage of part of the bamboo wine because of the nature of the collection and the insect bites. You know, bamboo attracts some insects, including bees, who are responsible for producing such bites to those who are collecting. So after tapping bamboo wine from different bamboo clumps, that the wine is collected in one container, normally plastic containers, ready for transporting it to the consumption centers. We may see the photo once more. You can see the containers are placed slanting, which means following that side, which is cut sharply by the knife towards the lower section. So this internode piece of old bamboo plant is the one which is used to collecting the juice as it drips. So there is a possibility somewhere in between for a lot of juice to be dripping to the ground, therefore causing a loss for those who are dealing with such an activity. You can see this gentleman, look at the way he is holding the knife in a slanting way. Then he cuts it slantly, and then putting the beta which he is holding, and then holding it with a rope. That is how it is being done when it comes to collecting bamboo wine in southern Tanzania. Now this other photo is showing us how insects are interested and very much attracted, in fact, by the smell and taste of bamboo wine. Look at the way it drips and down under the beta, this container. There is some juice which is dripping, you can see. So in that way, causing loss for to the people who are responsible for the collection. So not all juice goes into the container. Something has got to be done to improve this method, and also as we can see, a lot of insects, bigger and smaller, are there. So that poses the question of whether this kind of drink is clean enough for people to consume at international and international level particularly. in our study noted that the techniques of bamboo wine tapping were taught through generations. It means grandparents taught the grandparents and so on and so forth. To date, the same methods are being maintained for collecting bamboo wine. This demonstrates continuity of the crop, but one wonders as to when such methods might be improved. I think now it's time, especially when the wine is being processed for international consumption. Regarding the supply chain and market and income accrued from bamboo wine business or farming, we noted that bamboo wine is grown by smallholder farmers in villages in their closer to their homesteads, therefore making it more of a way of life than an economic activity. It means that the farmers make use of the wine produced for their own leisure, drinking during their leisure time, just for entertaining. Regarding the selling and income raised through bamboo wine farming, we need to note that money obtained through bamboo wine farming is mainly from local sales at the village level, and some of the wine is sold to the neighboring towns of Songea, Njombe, Mbeya, and others. But the income which accrues from bamboo wine sales constitutes a significant proportion of the household income of the people of the area. As we may see the figures, the average annual income which is available through bamboo wine sales is 1,200,000 shillings, which is about $1,000. This contributes about 50% of the average per capita income of people of the area and 75% of average household income. Therefore, we may see that the bamboo business or bamboo farming constitutes a significant proportion of income of people of the area. This photo shows people enjoying bamboo wine at the local pombe shop. They share the container, among people of a certain age group. Within the cycles of bamboo wine farming and business, there are middlemen who come from the neighboring towns to collect the wine from the villages. So they normally buy it cheaper and for sure sell it higher in the urban pombe shops. These people used to be the main customers of the business, to the farmers who do produce bamboo wine. But now with the introduction of processing, canning of bamboo wine, particularly in towns, the market has shifted from those who purchase it for urban consumption to the factories which make it for canning before sending it to the urban areas so that it can have higher value. Therefore, be it canned or non-canned, the bamboo wine is normally, for the most part, consumed in the neighboring towns than the respective rural areas. Because in rural areas, bamboo wine is a ubiquity. Everybody is having it, so it fetches no price or very low price if sold in there. The third thing or phenomena which we have noted is that business people and factory owners are also collecting bamboo wine from farmers. Now that In Tanzania, there is this move towards industrialization, which bases on value addition. There are several bamboo wine bottling centers in southern Tanzania. But there is one phenomenon which we need to note here is that the processing per se is not being done, but rather than just branding and canning the products into bottles, or say bottling the bamboo wine as it is. There is no chemical alterations being done. Therefore, bamboo wine is canned in its natural status. The farmers within who are living closer to the factories are normally the ones sending the bamboo wine to the factory areas for canning. And we have also noted that bamboo is collected twice a day. Therefore, even collected twice a day, meaning that the farmers tape the bamboo wine during during evening, so they collect it in the morning, and in the morning they place again the tape. They just take the wine which is there, then they do tape again to be collected in the evening. Therefore, twice a day. Benefits of which farmers of the area get out of bamboo wine is normally producing a drink for consumption of people of the area, and then that part of wine, that quantity of wine which is sent to the urban areas is transported using bicycles and pickups for sure, then being sold in urban areas for higher price. But normally middlemen, as we have seen, are the ones who are benefiting from the process. Farmers sell it at a lower price to middlemen. The monies which are obtained through bamboo wine sales are normally used for buying various items which are used in the household, like purchase of items such as bicycles, motorcycles. Some people have even built houses out of such income, payment of school fees and the like. New developments in bamboo wine sector in Tanzania. In recent years, about 5 years ago, Tanzania embarked on industrial phase, as I've said before. This time is focusing on value addition to agro products, bamboo wine included. Bamboo wine, which is traditionally or in Swahili known as ulanzi, experienced emergence of many factories in Njombe, Iringa regions, southern Tanzania. So these industries ensured larger market for the sap, more value for the product, and higher income to the local producers. At the same time, it guaranteed sales, meaning that once you have produced your wine, bamboo wine in the farm, it could always or right away be taken by the factory. This is one of the bamboo wine brand, which is produced in Njombe, Tanzania, southern Tanzania. It looks impressive, and it is like a branded product which can be consumed in other parts, but it might be hesitant for those people who see how it is being produced when all insects are there, when it raises the hygienic aspects. So something has got to be done on the production system and the collecting system of these particular items. The challenges which are faced by bamboo wine canning factories. One is alcoholic content, changing with time. We need to note here that the alcohol content of bamboo wine keeps increasing from the date it is collected. In the first day, it is like soft drink. Even kids do drink. But in the second day, it is a little bit hard. The third day, it's harder. The fourth day, it's the hardest. Then it's like going bad if at all it's not processed. So when such a characteristic has been noted, it is now becoming difficult for the processing factories to label and produce the standard product, because as we produce alcoholic drinks, it is compulsory to declare the alcoholic content of it. Also, bamboo wine has got the characteristic of producing gas. A lot of gas is being produced as the fermentation process continues to take place. So some bottles do break. The bottles break because of gas production within a bamboo wine bottled drink. Therefore, factories are getting losses because of such a characteristic. So there are no stabilization process of stabilizing the alcoholic content and stabilizing the ongoing fermentation, which produces gas, which is responsible for the breaking of bottles. Another handicap or another challenge is that bamboo wine cannot be stored for a longer time, as we have said. It can be stored up to 3 days, if not canned. If canned, it will continue producing alcohol and gas, therefore causing the danger of breaking. Something has got to be done with such a characteristic. So factories, at the moment, as I said, they just bottle it as it is. Therefore, there is a need of looking into these issues. And the fourth and last challenge is seasonality in terms of availability of bamboo wine. As we have said, bamboo wine is not predominantly obtained during rainy season. So during dry season, factories cannot produce anything. They've got nothing to deal with. Therefore, it's like half a year activity. There is also the issue of fluctuation in price, for sure, because of demand and supply. As seasonality causes fluctuation in price. In fact, during higher production season, the price goes down, and during lower production seasons, the price goes up. Therefore, reducing that possibility for farmers to gain more income during the peak production times. As you will see data on the table. So these are the issues which led us to do this study. But let us talk about the major findings which we noted. One is that bamboo wine has been neglected by the government authorities, Ministry of Agriculture in particular. Why? Because it is not listed among the crops which are grown in Tanzania. You ask all peasants, all respondents said all respondents didn't mention bamboo as a crop, although it contributes a lot to their household income. Two, it has got no extension service. There are no trained extension officers in agriculture regarding bamboo wine. So regarding bamboo plants. Therefore, in Tanzania, bamboo remains like more of a way of living than an economic activity, not even recognized by the authorities. Something has got to be done. And then, secondly, bamboo wine is planted during rainy season, as I've said, generating significant income to respective households. But when it is in maximum level of production or output, it's when the price is going down and nothing can be done. Therefore, farmers are likely to lose in that time. And number three, the emergence of canning factories provides a ready market for the bamboo wine, particularly during rainy season now. Farmers are certain regarding the market, even when bamboo wine is to the maximum. Factories, it's time when factories prefer buying it because they are assured of continuing their production system. Lastly, more knowledge and skills, chemistry knowledge is needed for looking into as to how bamboo wine can be stabilized in terms of both alcohol and pressure emanating from the gas which is produced by the fermentation process. Conclusions: despite the continuity in bamboo farming in southern Tanzania, a significant decline of plants was observed. That means the new generation, younger people, are no more attracted by the planting of bamboo plants. Most of bamboo clumps are old and they are almost disappearing. And lastly, the status of bamboo plants in southern Tanzania therefore needs to be appraised for improved production, utilization, and conservation initiatives. We recommend that studies be done on the characteristics of bamboo wine for improved standards of product, like we've seen. 2, efforts are needed to improve bamboo wine tapping, including the hygienic issues of the sap. Otherwise, people might be skeptical drinking such a sap which is collected under such circumstances, traditional methods. The government of Tanzania in particular should include, and other governments, should include bamboo in a list of crops for better extension services. This will raise productivity and therefore take care of other forest cover issues. And lastly is that we need to involve stakeholders for expansion of bamboo-related production systems at local and international levels. Thank you very much. This gentleman here is enjoying the bamboo wine. As you can see, it's like whitish stuff. I mean, and he takes it alone. And thank you. I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Michael Hall. It's good you explained very well about the bamboo farming systems and the status of the crop and how bamboo wine is collected. There's a lot of information on that. And importantly, the supply chain system in Tanzania, like you said, that bamboo is not grown as crop, but as a way of life. And you shared about how it works. The bamboo producers having 3 options, like to supply bamboo wine to local shops. And the second is by involvement of the middlemen from neighboring towns, collecting bamboo wine from villages and to sell in the respective urban areas. And also like business people and factory owners, that's the third option, collecting the wine from farmers. And you also explained about the various benefits, the challenges, actually, the seasonality of availability, price fluctuation, and irrigated bamboo wine that is not preferred by the people. And also it cannot be stored for more than 3 days unless it is canned. And you concluded logically with sharing the major findings and the recommendations. Thanks a lot, Dr. Michael Hall, for your excellent presentation. And now I think I will move towards we will try to answer as much questions as possible. And as I said before, if we are not able to manage to respond to all some questions, please share your questions through the this feedback link that is being shared to you. So now I will start with a question to Professor Wu Liangru. The one participant has asked, how much does it cost to establish a bamboo shoot processing factory?
It depends on the schedule of the factory. Also depends on the products of bamboo shoots. So I can't make sure of the cost to make up the bamboo shoot processing factory.
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, Michael Hall, can you close your presentation, please? Can you close your presentation? Okay, the next question is, which variety of bamboo is suitable for shoot and medicine value in coastal humid areas. The person is keen on export market. I will repeat it. What variety of bamboo is suitable for shoot and medicine value in coastal humid areas?
这个是好像是一位印度的代表问的，他的意思是，就是说在这个海边就是潮湿的地方，有没有一个能适合种的竹种，可以用作食品或者是药用这种价值的，这个是比如说作为出口的这个食品用或者出口的这个药材，您有没有适合的竹种？
这个可能海边还是个问题，因为它最主要的问题是那个土壤的盐分含量太高，所以的话呢，能够在海边长得比较好的竹子的话，还是比较少的。我们以前也在中国的那个南部一些海域的话试过一些，但是总体上就是说要靠近海边比较近的话，还是一个挺困难的事情。
那关于药用的竹种，您现在有一些可列出来的竹种吗？就药用的。
药用其实这个的话，就是说笋里面其实就是说这些营养成分，像那个蛋白、多肽，还有多糖，它都是有药用的。就是说那个只要笋可以吃的话，现在就是说大家可以吃的话，我觉得它的药用价值只是我们现在可能像我们中国的谁要禁用，就是说这块的话怎么样，就是说就是说那个更好的一个说明，一些科学背书需要做。笋本身就是我们在我的 PPT 里面已经讲了，就是说蛋白有那个就是相关的一些功能，然后里面的膳食纤维、减肥，然后再那个就是说多糖等等的，就是说有这方面的功能。
Okay, Professor's answer is mainly by the seaside, in the coastal humid areas. The soil is not suitable for bamboo to grow because bamboo usually require the soil pH degree to be 5 to 7. So this could be a problem. But in humid area, bamboo should be suitable to grow. And we need to test the soil for to see if bamboo can grow. And another issue I asked him about medicinal use of the bamboo, and so he said that basically in bamboo shoots, most bamboo shoots contains protein, a very good protein, and also some contents of polypeptide and polysaccharide and dietary fiber. And this kind of nutritions are all good for medicinal use or healthy use. So this type we need to test the bamboo shoots themselves to make sure if they could be used for medicinal or housekeeping. So this is professor's suggestion, but most edible shoots have this content.
Okay, thank you. Meanwhile, Michael Hall, could you please close your presentation?
Wu 老师还有一个问题就是 how to we still have a question. I think
we will take another 3 or 4 questions, and then I would request the participants to send the questions, as I said, through the. Okay. And I will come to the question about among the bamboo species, do we have research on what is the best in making wine using bamboo shoots? I think Michael Hall has answered this question in his presentation. I think in Tanzania, the ideal bamboo species is Oxytenathera brandisi. Am I right, Michael Hall? Your sound is not coming. Anyway, as far as Tanzania is concerned, I have answered the answer from your presentation. Should be fine. Okay, now I'll go to the next question. We will be covering the 3 more questions and then we close because of the time constraints. Okay. And now, Professor Emmanuel, is there a practice of dry feed preparation and feeding from bamboo leaf to address seasonality of feed? It's a long question. And so as to use bamboo feed during dry season.
Yeah.
Should I read it once again?
No. Okay. This is from Ethiopia.
Okay. Is there a practice of dry feed preparation and feeding from bamboo leaf to address seasonality of feed so as to use bamboo feed during dry season?
As I indicated in the survey, the use of bamboo feed is relatively new. So we are trying to bring this as a possible time that we can feed this. Okay. But what our preliminary study has shown that, see, with the bamboo, some of it, when they grow old, they fall down. The senescent leaf also falls down. Okay. And it's also material that can be used. And then there's the green leaf, which is cut. We have found out that those leaves that are old and fall down have less nutritional quality. So that will form part of the training that we do, the research that we do to be able to advise farmers. But currently, yes, there is the use of this bamboo during dry season, but its adoption is not as high as we expected.
Okay.
I hope I've answered Ashebi's
question.
All right. Yeah.
This is to Dr. Michael Hall. Do you think the local bamboo forest could be managed sustainably for bamboo wine production? I think, yeah, we can hear you. Tell me, please.
Oh, okay. The sustainability of hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. The sustainability of bamboo farming is possible if at all the government would engage into advancing the extension service to bamboo farmers. As the current situation is, it is not possible because people grow bamboo just as a matter of interest. And in fact, that interest is going down as new generation is coming. The older generation is phasing out the one which had planted bamboo. Now, something has got to be done with extension service. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now I will take the last 2 questions. One is for Professor Wu. This is from Indonesia. Dr. Dia Kensana has asked, there are about 500 types of bamboo in China. 30 to 50 types of bamboo shoots can be consumed. For its sustainability, what is the upstream, that is cultivation activities, and downstream processing activities system, and how is the collaboration between bamboo farmers and bamboo shoot processing companies?
吴老师，我来给您解释一下，这个是给您的问题哈。他说现在就是说您说大概有30到50种的竹子在中国用作食用，那么就是说他想问一下，就是说这个我们的这个一个是这个原材料供应方面有是怎么样的一个体系，然后呢就另外一个是这个加工方面是怎么样的体系，能够保证这个一方面能够保证这个是这个竹农他们的收入吧哈，然后另一方面呢保证这个市场的需求。我觉得它是这个问题，也就是说呢，我们有没有一个这个原材料基地，也就是农户跟这个加工企业，他们之间有没有一个合作关系？ 您又那个没声了，打开麦克。
哦，不好意思。首先，这是一个很好的问题，确实是那个我们其实现在在做的工作也是怎么样解决，就是说农民和工厂之间的这个问题，就是加工的话，加工问题二产，也就是我们说的二产加工这个不发展的话，老百姓就说就是说猪农生产出来的这个竹笋就没有卖的地方，所以就是说我前面在我的问题里面也说到了，就是说这个中国的竹笋毛春笋的这个价格现在那个非常低，那么我们现在的话就是说怎么样做一些那个就是创新性的研究，开发一些竹笋的新产品，通过这些新产品呢，让企业能够提升它创新能力，能够让它那个就是说生产的产品有更好的市场。也能有更多的人来消费，这样的话才能就是说让工厂有更多的那个产能，加工更多的产品，同时呢，就是说促进它收购更多的新笋，这样的话就能让那个猪农的话买一个好价钱，同时产出来的也能卖出去。
Okay, I think Professor's answer is that in the supply chain, the household bamboo farmers and they have established production bases, and I think Professor has mentioned about technical training for the farmer households. From the company, and also technical supports from the research institutes regarding to how to produce high quality bamboo shoot for food purpose. And this is very important. And in the downstream, and Professor also mentioned that it is very important for the research institute to help. I think he also mentioned about local government to encourage marketing of and branding of the bamboo shoot products, and the quality to innovate new products of food products for the market, and to target different markets, and to develop different food products. And so this type of technology research and to benefit the company will finally benefit the farmer. So the companies have more products, have more markets, so they can purchase more shoots from the farmers, and the farmers can extend the plantations. That means they can increase after the training for their technical training for production, and the farmers could produce higher volume in unit area. At the same time, they could also extend the areas of plantation to get more income. So this is the arrangement. So that takes, I think, participatory a model which include the research institutes, the enterprises, and the local government, and the farmer community, the household community. So this is a kind of multi-participatory model.
Okay, thanks very much, Professor Liangru. Now we go to the last question for today. That is for Dr. Michael Hall. Do you think we could use indigenous bamboo wine production technology to produce ethanol, liquid energy, or gas energy? Dr. Michael Hall, the participant is asking whether we could use indigenous bamboo wine production technology to produce ethanol, liquid energy, or gas energy.
We cannot hear you.
We cannot hear you. You're not working, your audio? Okay, that's fine. What we will do, I will request the participant who has asked this question to send this question to us on the feedback form, and we will request Mr. Michael Hall to answer it. Okay. Now we would wind up today's session. I would like to thank the panelists, Mr. Wu, Professor Wu Liangru, Dr. Michael Hall, and Professor Emmanuel Osafo for your excellent presentation and contribution to this session of the webinar. We look forward to more opportunities to interact with you. And also my big thanks to all my colleagues in INBAR who has been very supportive to make this session a very good success. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Wu. Thank you, Dr. Hu. Thank you, Dr. Osafo, for your contributions. Thank you for our audiences. And please send the feedback forms to us, and maybe we could get your email address and then get you connected with the professors and our panelists, so we can have continuous discussion on this topic.
Yes, a big thanks to all the participants. All the participants. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
Bye.